Just don't move your king. Even though after that you have queen d5 with some tactics, but it's not going to work. Probably this is the cleanest and easiest, but bishop d7, I mean, I'm up material. I might as well trade, right? So after the bishop takes, I will just bring this knight back. I will just bring it out of danger. This is interesting piece mechanics that I target the bishop and it's hanging. Otherwise, this move would be possible. This move is possible, but after this, there is no follow-up for white. That's important. As you calculate variations, and you know I will also tell you on the slow run, because this is a series for improvers, this, you know, for kind of serious players, I have signed the contract to write the third book. So my next book is going to take you to 16, 1700. And the next book is after that is going to be Road to Mastery. And master level stuff is calculating lines like e5. Short, quick, accurate variations, you know, seeing how the board is opening up. The bishop, okay, this is there. Now, this is the move that comes to mind in 1 second. I mean, it can't possibly be a bad move. I'm not looking to counter this or anything. I'm very well aware these pieces are staring at each other. I think the game is going to go castles, castles. If I get my king out of the middle, everything is good. Obviously, a queen trade here is a massive benefit to me because the major piece of counterplay, the source of counterplay for the opponent will be the queen. With no queen, you know, you could keep attacking, but it's better to just castle. With no queen, we're never in any danger. Now I'm looking at knight to e4, which threatens the trade, of the knights, the queens, and the bishops. So knight to e4 is a potential major problem. If I'm with white here, I make a subtle queen move, because that way I can move my knight. Now, don't go queen b3 and blunder your knight. There are some positions, actually, the queen can go that far, but then get strapped, so just make sure you can always get out of the position. But yeah, with white, you need a subtle, kind of simple move. It doesn't matter, though. I'm still going to trade everything. Knight to e4. And, you know, with black, I do want moves like knight e4 to become automatic for you. Right? Like, you're winning. Just trade the pieces. That's not a bad move, but I still think knight e4 is just an automatic. The bishop can take the bishop. Yeah, I mean, we're going to get the bishop, the knight, and maybe the queen off the board with the three next moves. Here, I was thinking, like, to play queen takes, but then I think the bishop can take the rook. So here's how you mess up your calculation. You go queen takes, knight takes, bishop takes, knight takes, rook. Good, I should play it. No, in chess, you cannot prove yourself right. You have to prove yourself wrong. If queen takes, white doesn't have to take. White can take on f8. That's how people make mistakes. I actually think this move is fine. My king is out in the open a little bit. And now, look, if I take this, the queen is just going to move. Before I take the knight, I want to play queen takes queen, which is a Zwischenzug, an in-between move. The only way this doesn't work is if, after queen takes queen, the knight can go somewhere. And it probably can't do that. It could checkmate. That's the only thing you have to look for. But there's no useful move with the knight, so this is a very easy calculation. Now both pawn takes and bishop takes are good. I like pawn takes. My bishop continues to keep this protected, and when this opens, the f-file opens. And this game should be won as an intermediate 10 times out of 10. You should, and I literally, it's not an exaggeration, 10 times out of 10. The plan is very simple. Okay. That's actually not the worst move. b5 is a very reasonable idea. My bishop doesn't have a lot of squares, so let's stop that with a6. Let's just stop the plan. I think white will play a4. If white plays a4, you know, you kind of have to calculate, like, all right, can I bring my bishop back? Can I put the rook in the open file? I think rook d8 is probably fine. To be honest, the best move is probably, like, b5, but you're up a piece. You know, you can't really overthink things here. Let's just allow the counterplay. Like, the best move now is b5. If it's played, I will be quite impressed. Honestly. Just ignoring everything and going b5. And then, you know, we'll stick to the plan. We'll keep trading pieces. Yep. A lot of people would just autopilot this move. Now, if the bishop goes here, you lose the rook. If the bishop goes here, it's actually okay. You can take first. Still have to save your bishop, and the only way to save it is actually to, it's not great, you know, like, and this is a great example of counterplay with limited resources. Bishop d7 now, or rook takes rook first. Look, rook takes rook, rook takes, we bring the bishop back. I'm thinking, you know, they're gonna play rook d4 attacking the pawn, and then maybe bishop f7, and it's like we're winning, but we we need to be a little more precise than that. I'm starting to sort of dislike things a little bit. If bishop goes to d7, maybe the rook can come. Okay, let's play this move. It's a very ugly move to have to make, but we make it. And in an endgame like this, you need to preserve... Okay, rook d4 is obviously very natural. You need to preserve at least a pawn on the board, right? So the move here, bishop f5, this can't be bad. We're looking for the rook trade. If we trade, fantastic. Okay, we're going to trade. We're not going to think too much about that one. And now we have a few choices. So we can go rook a8. Rook d7 is not possible. Bringing the king to the middle and trading the second rook is probably going to win us the game. So let's do that. King f6, king e7, rook d8. That is the easiest. We need to keep at least one pawn. h3 is a very natural move. Do you see what they want? They want g4. And that's, you know, that's the fight for this pawn. That's why we need to play h5. And if we get king e7, rook d8, and remove white's remaining strong piece, the bishop and the 5 pawns should beat the king in 6. Another thing, just for general endgame principles, when you want pawns on the same color complex, like this one, another option was rook f7, rook d7, but when you want pawns on the same color complex, like this, because it's for your bishop to go eat,
everybody
you can always play d6.
Some just
Oh,
need
my
a little
opponent
help.
escaped. That was actually quite clever. They did not want to be subjected to trade. So now let's do what's called fixing. We are fixing the pawns on this color. Just a general good move. We don't want to trade too many pawns. Bishop e6 now is always a problem. So I can do that. Well, bishop e6, rook d4 is actually still annoying. So we have both rook d8 and rook a8. And really, in the endgame, you should try to maximize the activity of your piece. And now if white's king tries to cross over, we have both rook d8 and then that attack over there. So rook a4 now targets this pawn. And now I have both bishop e6 and king d6. This move looks very clean. And if c5, the cleanest way to win the position by far is to play rook a2. So
The mist awaits us all. Say goodbye to whatever you care about.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Minions have spawned.
shooter at me? Let's dance.
The shadows.
Some call it magic. I call it good aim. Rise again. I dare you. This is
Fear me.
so my wife is half dead. Not a problem. I'll just
Alright. I am here, by the way. Just sad. We got demoted off stream. I've just had horrible, horrible, horrible weeks. I'm streaming that one.
hope you brought your sidearm. Ready for the beyond. It ain't the grave I fear. It's what crawls out of it. When I kill them, they stay killed. If I'm going down, I'm taking all those bastards with me.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Cleanse anything if you have the right ammunition. Ashes and dust.
Together. Banish the shadows.
My wife's eyes glow with spectral magic. I'm sure it's fine.
Flame purifies.
Happiness is for other folks. Best I can hope for is peace.
has been slain. An ally has been slain. Killing spree.
When the thing you mourn comes back. Life. It's a hell of a thing. One shot would gives me lost. One can't. One of the pieces. One was lost away. They never
Your
get tired
team
of
has
dying.
destroyed a turret.
How do you kill what's already dead? Just with gunlight. Need triggers. Just need a target.
An ally has been slain. Shut down. Enemy rampage. An enemy has been slain.
Nothing's pure anymore.
Shine bright!
Everyone I shoot is her captor. Everyone I save is hers.
No more holding back!
Best stay down. I try to remember her the way she was. Maybe it's best I don't. Make like a wraith and disappear.
Ally has been slain.
Banish the shadow! I bring the light!
Ally has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
Are you able to mute your mic?
I'm almost done. I'll be going back to the computer here soon.
No sunshine where I'm going. Sentinel's gotta know when to let his guns cool. The shot always save one shot for myself. Just in case. Nothing as painful as seeing something good go bad.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Sorry, I got it.
turret.
Bound. She feels cold. Bravest thing I ever. It's not the wraiths that haunt me. It's what could have been. Used to think nothing was colder than death. Now I know different. Can't run from trouble. Sure can relate. You stare at the mist, and the mist stares back.
An enemy is unstoppable.
There's a chill in the air.
Your turret has been destroyed. Rampage. An ally has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
If I'm going down, I'm taking all those bastards with me. Everyone I save is hurt.
Stand in the shadows.
been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed. Enemy has been slain.
Very little time left.
Defeat.
Bishop c4 check, followed by bishop takes pawn, followed by pawn takes is winning. The other move that I can guarantee you is winning is this. Because with no rook on the board, it's even better than winning a pawn. You never, ever, ever have to worry anymore. They're going to take, I'm going to take, and bishop c4 actually just wins this pawn and wins us the game. This was instructive. I don't have another word. Educational, instructive, right? That central pawn break, bishop here. We have a lot of pawns on the color complex that we need. I don't have to play defense. I can probably play offense, just as long as I survive with at least 1 or 2 pawns in this endgame. One thing is, if you have a light squared bishop, and you only have a pawn remaining and a king, and it's a pawn that's an H or A pawn, the corner has to be the same color as the bishop. I just said a lot of words, so that, like, if it's a B pawn, if it's not a pawn on the outskirts, it can be any color. But when it's just a king, a bishop, and a pawn, if it's an A or H pawn, you have to make sure the corner is the same color as the bishop. Otherwise, it's a draw, which is kind of insane. But that is the reality. So now, look, we can win with a few different things. We can just play b4. As crazy as this might seem. F4 is fine. Everything is winning here. Just don't trade off all your pawns. So the end game is about pace. It's about patience. You want king c4. Can you just go and run after those pawns? You have to be a little careful. Bishop's a little poorly positioned. You have time to make a move like this so the king can't get close. White can't actually make any more progress. So the only thing that white can do is move the king around. And while they move the king around, you will promote. In fact, bishop f1, I think, just wins because we have b3. And now, don't go b2. It's still winning if you go b2, but just go here. This pawn permanently anchors the king to this area. By the way, my bishop's not even hanging. Look, they can't even take my bishop.
Patients around the world are cleaning their retainers wrong. Here are the 3 worst ways to clean your retainer. 1, brush.
And I just go, and because I'm covering the light squares, I'm winning. I'm winning. White is gonna now go here thinking take and then promote. That doesn't even work. It doesn't even work because they're 3 squares away from queening. And I kept enough pawns on the board that once I eat all the pawns, I'm gonna win the game. That was a good game. Not to compliment ourselves like usual. I will pre-add the game just so I don't forget. Sometimes I forget. And yeah. My opponent wrote me a message and said, "You played perfectly." I don't think that and then wrote me a clapping emoji.
The guilty will know agony.
I don't know. I don't know if that's well, they obviously don't know even though the account is public. It is public. There's a spreadsheet of all the games. And I don't know if my opponent was annoyed at the quality of the game. We go here. We don't have to do that, but we take it. Now we obviously push. We can eat all the pawns. A lot of you would just eat the pawns. You don't have to, though. Go here. And my opponent resigns. I think I explained everything in that game. game, to be honest. I think I explained everything. You know, the Dutch defense is one of these openings where you have this pawn break early, and yeah, it's straight up losing out of the gate, which is really tough. That is a really, really tough thing. And it's all because of the move C3, which is just crazy because as a London player, you know, you autopilot these moves. But if you want to go from 1400 to 1800, every move in the opening matters. There is no more autopiloting, okay? Every move matters. This changes a lot. You know, if I had castled and C3 had happened, E5 doesn't work because after pawn takes, knight takes, white guards their own bishop, you know? But knight C6, E5... Knight C6, E5 is a nice concept, and hopefully you can use that in your own games in the future. It's a cool one, and I hope I was quite clear with my explanations and my thought process throughout the game. Again, you know, my opponent went bishop C3. I think right around here, you know, they played this bishop move. We traded, and then they retreated the bishop. They went like this. You know, I took. I thought it was quite instructive the way that they advanced. And then there was just nothing. I mean, you couldn't do much here. I brought my king. I played here. And, yeah. Not much to be done. Not much to be done. Rook A2, I think, the final instructive moment.
Where my arrows rain.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Minions have spawned.
Why? No one coming for me. Pray you fall. Varus, you were once human.
If I bury her properly, there I live.
Darken or human, I was always a weapon.
been slain.
An arrow should not question its course. The magic that sealed me my blight.
Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed.
Mortals once used me to confront the Darken. I see no greater war than facing my brethren. I will bury the world. Bury me. Always. There is no end in sight.
An ally has been slain.
Archers shoot.
Has been slain.
They only want to survive
An enemy is unstoppable.
lives.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Whisper.
Enemy killing spree. Your turret has been destroyed. Shut down.
Marks my return.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your turret has been destroyed.
I aim to save my people, as did I. Now my aim leaves ruin in its wake. It costs everything. All who cross me will be my targets.
Is legendary.
Let's level the playing field.
Another chance to choose.
An enemy is legendary.
What choice do I have?
Defeat.